Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play You Don't Know Jack Mach 2.
One person playing with himself. Fine.
As always.
Gameplay functions as follows. When you are already familiar with the roles. Excellent. We will begin immediately.
Still sounds like she's saying already familiar with the lols.
This category is washed up literary characters. I got $2,000 says you don't know this one. All right, you better get settled in because for this big old literature episode, we have a question about everything that's ever been written in the English language. So we better get started because this could go on as long as one of those civilization games, okay? If Robinson Crusoe were around today, in which of these restaurants would you most likely spot him looking for companionship? Howard Johnson's, Bennigan's, Applebee's, or TGI Fridays?
I have a feeling I've seen these questions before.
Robinson Crusoe's companion on the desert island is named Man Friday.
Yep.
And man, he made a mean fried cheese platter.
Yeah, probably not gonna remember too many of these. Lit is not a strong
the
point.
literary canon, with a few more ass jokes. And this one's gonna be worth $2,000. Ready? Catch this. Suppose there's a new comedy version of the Brothers Karamazov starring the Wayans brothers. How many Wayanses will be needed to fill the roles of the brothers? Keenan, Damon, Marlon, and Sean. Keenan, Damon, and Marlon. Damon and Marlon, or Sean?
Oh, we'll say 3.
You've never read Dostoevsky, have you?
No.
Well, homie, don't play that. Why didn't you pick
I
this
don't
one?
remember.
In Dostoevsky's The Brothers Karamazov, there are 3 main brothers, plus the bastard brother, Smerdyakov. But if you've ever seen the Wayans brothers show, you know that they're all funny bastards.
No.
I'm calling this one Great Willard Scott. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. So you know how Willard Scott always announces the birthdays of old folks on the TV? Well, if Willard Scott decided to honor the oldest surviving epic in the English language, which of these would he mention on the air? The Old Testament, Beowulf, the Canterbury Tales, or Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah, I think that's Beowulf.
In a manuscript of Beowulf is the oldest surviving epic in the English language. And, like the old folks, the manuscript is slightly soiled and wrinkly. But it has much better insurance.
It would need it.
This one's called When Bad Things Happen to Cute Fuzzy Animals. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. One question coming right up. Say your pet gets run over by a truck and... Oh, I'm sorry. And to ease your overwhelming grief, you pick up a good book. Which of these would not remind you of your pet's untimely demise? Shane, Old Yeller, Where the Red Fern Grows, or The Yearling?
And for loser.
I guess Shane.
You want to see what the smart money says? Shane doesn't have anything to do with pets dying. But if your pet cowboy ever runs away, it'd be best to avoid this one.
Yeah, well.
Get ready, because you're going to play a When Did Happen. All right, I'm going to show you an event like this. Then I'm going to list, oh, you've done this When Did Happen thing before. Great. Let's see how much you
this is
remember.
only
The
episode,
category
what,
for this
47?
When Did Happen is brought to you by the Kansas School Board. Okay, so we're agreed that Beowulf is the oldest surviving English epic, but hey, how about that oh-so-popular through the ages little book called the Bible, huh? Heck, that there book of Genesis records stuff from the very beginning, right? In fact, do you recall this little event? God made the stars, the sun, and the moon. Now, according to Genesis, the book, not the band, did this happen before God made the stars, sun, and moon, after that, or did God never do it at all?
Well, he needs the plan that's in place first. Yeah, I don't think he had anything to do with that. No. I guess they're counting that one, huh?
Well, that was a lot of fun, huh? Let's see what happened. Well, okay, you did pretty good. Let's see what it did for you. Well, I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed that. Shall we get back to the game?
Yes, please.
6.
Coming at you. Good book equals bad movie. Get it? You get it right, you get 2K.
Usually, yeah.
If you're hungry, it's question time. If the manuscript that Jack Nicholson's character writes in The Shining were adapted for the big screen, what would be unusual about it? Everyone would die. Everyone would have the same line. Everyone would go crazy. Or everyone would go blind.
Well, they might go crazy.
The unpublished manuscript in The Shining reads, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy," over and over. So, everyone in the movie version would have the same line. And all work and no play makes this Jack pretty dull, too.
Red rum.
Stop it, I hate that.
Red rum. Red rum.
I said
red
stop
rum.
it!
Red Rom.
7.
Next, chivalry ain't dead. It just smells that way. You get it right, I'm giving you $1,000. Hey, can you imagine how stanky it'd get inside one of those suits of shining armor? Woo! Say you give King Arthur's knights a group bath. Because he was the purest, which knight would probably float like pure ivory soap? Sir Galahad, Sir Gawain, Sir Lancelot, or Sir Bayo?
I think Galahad was supposed to be the pure one.
Sir Galahad was the purest of King Arthur's knights. That's why he got the Holy Grail. Although it makes you wonder, what does a pure knight do when the other knights are out killing people? Embroidery?
Sure, why not?
8.
Here's a little something I call, I want more. How does $2,000 sound?
I want more.
Ready? Here's the question. If Iago from Shakespeare's Othello performed as a magician on Circus of the Stars, what would be his trademark trick? Sawing women in half, making handkerchiefs appear, pulling rabbits out of his hat, or disappearing?
If I'm not mistaken, this question had this answer.
In Othello, Iago plants Desdemona's handkerchief on Cassio to make Othello think his wife has been unfaithful. But Othello didn't really believe it until after the circus, when he saw her sequined thong in Scott Baio's pocket.
That would do it.
9.
The category is, I read banned books. If they have pictures. $3,000 for this one. Here's the question. Which of the following titles did not make the list of the most frequently banned books in the 1990s? James and the Giant Peach, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Little Red Riding Hood, or Animal Farm?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Animal Farm never got banned.
According to the book Banned in the USA, George Orwell's Animal Farm is not among the most frequently banned books in the 90s in the US. Apparently, its ideas on socialism are considered not as threatening as the themes of Daddy's Roommate, Heather Has Two Mommies, or How to Eat Fried Worms. Okay, get your helmets on. This one's a coinky-dink. All right, let me tell you how this game works. You're going to see a bunch of different... Fine. Okay, that's fine. Far be it from me to delay you. I like to call this coinky-dink great books. You got it? I hope so, because we're rolling. To form an opinion, and Joseph Walker's position. What have they got in common?
Judge.
Blue Devils University and husband of a Duchess.
Duke. Judge and Duke. Ducho.
Underdog's girlfriend and blank want a cracker.
Holly. Characters from a Western?
Sudden Rush Forward and Charlie Brown's sister.
Sally.
Cult Leader Jones and Conrad's Lord Blank.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Actor Hanks and Male Cat.
Tom, Jim, Duke, Polly.
Blue Cartoon Hound, and Type of Berry.
Huckleberry.
Okay, shifting gears into bonus. What do all of the correct answers have in common? Are they all A Handmaid's Tale? The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn? You got it! Well, you either paid attention in class or you've spent a lot of time rafting on the mighty Mississippi.
Or I read it when I was a kid.
Off with a bonus. Well, what do you know, player one? You got the bonus as well. Maybe you should call all your friends and tell them. When the game is over,
call
let's
my
get on with it.
friend. That's right, I've made one.
11.
This category is now in stores, the Lolita pop-up book. I'm gonna give away $3,000 this time. Hey, check it out. I think I found another potential banned book for that fancy banned book list. Suppose Vladimir Nabokov had written a children's version of Lolita. Just imagine, okay? Given Nabokov's specific animal expertise, what might have been the plot of his children's book? A fly falls in love with a maggot, a frog falls in love with a tadpole, a butterfly falls in love with a caterpillar, or a bear falls in love with a cub.
Was that Metamorphosis? Not a
Here's the
clue.
one the winners pick. Aside from being a fairly decent writer, Nabokov was an expert in butterflies and moths.
And then the butterfly went into the house of the old butterfly who had also had sex with the caterpillar. He chased the old butterfly around the house and then shot him dead. Bang, bang.
12.
Interesting
Category's
story
gonna be,
there.
The Starbucks stops here.
Kind of.
$2,000 for correct answer. Okay, everyone's familiar with Washington Irving's story of Rip Van Winkle, right? How he walked into the Catskills one day, fell asleep for 20 years. Well, suppose Rip Van Winkle had passed a Starbucks that morning. Because it has the most caffeine in it, which of these drinks might have helped Rip Van Winkle stay awake? A tall cafe Americano, a tall cafe misto, a tall cafe latte, or a tall house blend coffee?
I'm pretty sure just straight coffee beats lattes and the rest there.
12 ounces of drip coffee has more than double the amount of caffeine contained in the one shot of espresso used in a 12-ounce espresso drink. All I know is after 12 ounces of coffee, I gotta take a serious Winkle.
13.
I'm calling this one. I don't read nothing I can't pronounce. You give me a right answer, I'll give
So
you
you do?
$3,000.
Huh.
All right, give me your best shot. Which of the following books is an example of a Bildungsroman? That's it. Rand McNally's Road Atlas, The Joy of Cooking, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, or One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish.
I've never heard that term before.
Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? A Bildungsroman is a novel about a young character's education or spiritual development. So, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret is a perfect example.
Or
Period.
if I have heard it, I don't remember it. Could have been a question in a previous
This
Jack
one's
I
called
didn't see.
Somebody
Or-
Smoked
well,
That Ham.
saw but
And
didn't
this
remember.
one's worth $1,000. Okay, you know the book Charlotte's Web, right? Hey, what doesn't say love, if not a spider writing neat things about you in her web? Imagine Charlotte wrote her spider web messages to Wilbur in Pig Latin. Which of the following would Wilbur see in the web? Sumicus pigicus, I'm say igpe, sub and pubig, or gip emos.
Yep, that's Pig Latin.
In Latin, the first consonant sound of a word is moved to the end of the word, and A is attached after that. Unfortunately, Wilbur couldn't understand Pig Latin and had no idea what Charlotte was talking about when she wrote Orye Aikenbay.
That could be a problem. At least he'd be tasty.
Welcome to Always in a Hurry. I bet you're a joy to hang out with. Here's your clue. In their own world. Are you listening to me? Hey,
No.
over here. In their own worlds. Okay, pay attention.
Middle Earth. Okay, the authors that came up with said worlds. Yes, I know I've seen it before, but Castle Rock, where are ya? Stevie's Theme Park, very funny. Narnia. brilliant political commentary. And now I'm blanking on her name. Yes.
Yeah, baby, you were all over that attack. Let's see what you did to your score. That's the game. Wow,
Well,
that was
decent
an exciting
finish.
game. It was a real thrill. You were the best player we've had by far. Now do me a favor, will you? Look to your left. Now look to your right. Now repeat after me.
Except you didn't say it, so it's hard to repeat after you. Anyway, thank you for joining me for yet another episode of You Don't Know Jack. Tune in next time for more. Until then, take care, folks. See you around. And as always, I leave you with the commercials.
On The Bachelor Chefs, the theme is macaroni and cheese.
Ah, I see the Bachelor Chef is preparing his macaroni and cheese using a zesty white cheddar mix.
Yes, and what's this? He only uses half the recommended amount of milk?
Fascinating. The challenger is seasoning his macaroni and cheese with pepper and a dash of leftover Tabasco sauce.
The smell is extraordinary.
Who will win this battle?
The Bachelor Chef's macaroni and cheese did not boil too long. It is not mushy.
The dish is creamy, but not too rich, or a buttery goop. The challenger's macaroni and cheese, it is a bit runny, perhaps too much milk.
Yes, he should have allowed it to sit for a few minutes.
Next time on The Bachelor Chefs.
Here at Wackofson and Snurm, we're working for you. We understand that service is what creates customer loyalty, and we're willing to stand on our heads to keep you coming back. In fact, we'll stand on our heads, then do cartwheels. We'll juggle. We'll ride unicycles. We'll ride unicycles while twirling plates on the ends of sticks. Anything to show you that you're number one. We'll wear funny hats. We'll cover ourselves in your choice of delicious ice cream toppings and light our hair on fire. We'll hire you a band. We'll repaint your house. We'll introduce you to Mr. Robert De Niro. We'll have attractive young people of your sexual preference hand feed you grapes and fan you.
Wackofson and Snurm, totally committed to serving you.
Mr. Johnson's time travel elixir can take you to the future.
Me?
Yes, you.
Really? How?
Just add water and drink. Try it.
Okay. It, doesn't seem to be working.
Ah, but just wait a moment. Okay, now look at the clock.
Oh my God! It's a miracle! I'm living 2 seconds in the future! This stuff really works!
Mr. Johnson's time travel elixir. This stuff really works.
Wait! How will I survive here in this crazy future? With my simple old-fashioned ways, I'll be killed!
He was a general who would become a slave who would become a gladiator who would become a performance artist.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to do some of my art for you. I have things from inside that I would like the rest of the world to sort of understand. Wait, whoa, what? No, lions, no lions. I was not anticipating lions in my piece.
Prepare yourself for Gladiator, the artist. This time, his pain is on the inside.
Yeah.